we are up here. It's about 100 meters or so. So again, about 330 feet. I call this God's audiobook, listening to all the sounds of nature. One thing I really enjoy about all these small towns you go through, I'm in Cobalt right now, is the old train stations. This is the old Ontario Northland Railway. Quite a beautiful old train station. Hello friends. Today I'm heading further up north on the number 11 highway, and if you keep going about an hour, maybe an hour and 20 minutes north of North Bay, you'll come to a little town called Cobalt. It's a historic mining town. They used to mine silver there. I think it used to be the biggest silver mine in the world at one time. But there's one point of interest that I really would like to show you. There's one lookout on the top of an escarpment. It looks out onto Lake Temiskaming, and the name of the lookout is called Devil's Rock. And you know, it's funny, with all the years I've been hiking in and around Ontario and throughout Canada, it's surprising how many Devil's Rocks and Devil's Mountains and Devil's Rivers I come to for whatever reason. So be it. That's the name of this place. So if you want to find it on the map and on the highways, that's the name of it. It's called Devil's Rock Lookout. So it's off of the number 11 highway, and then you take a secondary road, Highway 537 or Highway 567. It's one of the two. I think it's 537, but I'll double check that for you. It is Highway 567. So once you exit Highway 11, that's the main highway heading north, you take secondary Highway 11B, and that'll bring you right to Highway 567. And just keep in mind when you are out and about that these things do exist. I'm thankful that they post these things because some people don't know what they look like. So you have giant hogweed, which is becoming a real problem here in Ontario, wild parsnip, and of course poison ivy. Cow parsnip kind of looks similar to giant hogweed, and you can also have poison oak, and there are some stinging nettle as well. So just keep that in mind, friends, as you're out and about enjoying God's nature. So we're going to take, there's two trails. There's a short trail. It's only 1.2 kilometers, so 2.5 kilometers round trip. And that's, I guess, this one here. So we're going to take this short trail. There is a longer trail if you go down to a place called Buck Campground, and then that is a 2 kilometer one way, so 4 kilometer round trip. So we're just going to take the short one today. One thing I would suggest, it does get pretty busy, especially on the weekends. So if you do come on a weekend and it's a nice clear sunny day and the views are good, you're going to probably have a lot of people here. So I would suggest either coming on a weekday if you can, or if it's on a weekend, just try coming earlier in the morning. Hopefully you can hear all those sounds. There's so many different birds in here. There's a chickadee following me and calling out. There's a woodpecker over there in the distance. I don't know if you heard him. Just the other day I passed a family on a trail. I was in Algonquin Park and they were hiking along, and it was just beautiful. It sounded just like this, and they all had headphones on and were listening to an audiobook. But so be it, to each his own. But I just thought, oh dear, what a beautiful symphony that they are missing out on. I call this God's audiobook, listening to all the sounds of nature. There's that woodpecker. So the lookout is just up ahead here, a few more feet. And here you have it, friends. Here's the lookout. So this is the escarpment looking down onto Lake Temiskaming in northern Ontario. And right on the other side you have this island, and then that land on the other side of this lake, that's actually Quebec. So midway through this lake is the border between Ontario and Quebec. And we are up here. I don't want to get too close here. We are up here, it's about 100 meters or so. So again, about 330 feet. It's about the same height as the Barren Canyon, if you saw that video. So if you're heading on the number 11 highway through Temiskaming Shores area, just on the outskirts of Cobalt, you can take this wonderful hiking trail, very short, easy access right off the highway. Just a small glimpse of God's glory here. And there's a turkey vulture. I hope he's not circling for me. Hope he doesn't know something I don't. And keep in mind, friends, that while there are many things that God has created for us to enjoy and to see, this is a marker for someone that did fall off. So you do have to be careful here, friends. Well, friends, I don't know if you're going to find a prettier lookout than this. So as much as I enjoy this area, I've probably been here about 7 or 8 times now. Every time I drive through this way, I make a point of stopping in here. But I do want to hike another trail further up north, so I'm going to head out. I hope you enjoyed this scenic lookout, and I encourage you to bring the family here and enjoy some of God's glory, because it certainly is a wonderful spot to see.